Howdy folks, welcome back to Let's Play Mother 2 Deluxe. This walkthrough here, last time we defeated the Kraken, despite Ness and Paula both being paralyzed, but we got through the battle, that's okay. So let's take a look here, how's our... Oh, look at all the space we have. Pooh doesn't have a lot of space. We have a fair bit, so let's go wander to the ATM, machine, the automatic teller machine. We could just go ahead and sleep and have Pooh heal the party of paralysis. Because we learned healing beta. We really don't have that much money. Well, let's take out all the money we have here. We'll get some money going through the next dungeon anyway. In all honesty, we burned through a lot of our money preparing for the Kraken fight. Because the Kraken fight, if you don't want to grind the your places first, before coming to Scarabi, it's pretty difficult, so you're gonna need like every penny. But if we really needed to grind for money, if we went to like any of the your places, well, predominantly the second or third, there's much stronger enemies there now, and they're good for 130, yeah, fine. Oh, not possessed. 130. It's probably still the same amount of money. Restore feeling, that's what I'm looking for. 140, what a ripoff. Why does it cost $10 more to remove paralysis than it does the cost to remove a ghost? I want answers. Is Diamond Eyes 150 then? Let's look. I'm curious now. It is 150. I never noticed that. Anyways, no matter. So there's a few places I want to take a look at. Namely, I believe... well, some of these street vendors. I don't need seasonings. Although they're much better in Mother 2 Deluxe, I still don't really use them that much. But they heal PP, so it's worth it. They're actually worth using, I'm just so used to not using them. What'll it be? What'll it be? We got a gorgeous bat. Well, yeah, the platinum bracelets here are cheaper, but we don't need them now. Do I really want to spend the rest of my money on this broken beam cannon? I think I might pass on that. Because when we survive all the way through the next dungeon, on the other end of it, normally you can buy, I believe, the broken bazooka. Actually, I'm not sure if that's the case. I get Earthbound and Mother 2 Deluxe confused now. But in any case, you can buy the broken antenna now, just outside this next dungeon. Which is pretty good. So maybe we'll just go out here for a minute and just show off some of the encounters. Yeah, we never actually slept either, so I'm glad I didn't buy that antenna. So that could have been a little problematic. We could sell some stuff if we needed to. I really wish they called this the Scarabi Hotel of International Travel, if you catch my drift. I might buy a super bomb instead. Super bomb. Yeah, let's do that. Let's buy a super bomb and then fight a couple of enemies outside. Then make our way into the pyramid, which will take the whole episode, I assure you. And it will be tough. It'll be a tough battle to do. So here we have a couple of UFOs to do battle with. A considerate UFO and its cohort. Let's go ahead and do moves to it, like use the bazooka. Bazooka. Such a fun word to say. But yeah, like, Pooh doesn't have a lot of offense, but BK Beam is a pretty good one enemy attack. So it's not the hugest deal. That's a problem with the UFOs. Their speed's pretty high, so Rockin' tends to miss. Or I guess it's PK Spirit. I'm getting my Earthbound and my Mother 2 Deluxes all backwards. The high-class UFO has been destroyed. I think some of these UFO enemies drop some pretty good goods. You're gonna miss again, aren't you, Ness? Okay, lovely. Well, the considerate UFO did heal. Don't. Please, Paula, stay alive. Pooh, you clutched it. You saved Paula's life. She owes you big time. What'd we get? Energy drink. Ooh, offense up by 5. What a delightful level up. 30 HP. That's a good level up. I would do that again. You know what else I'm gonna do? Well, I'm gonna cure Paula's sunstroke. I'm gonna heal her, then cure her sunstroke. Then I'm gonna talk to this gentleman here that sells overpriced water. Because I'm gonna want to use Pooh's Refresh Omega a lot in this dungeon. He makes a great battery. Pooh can't carry it right now, but he's got 2 bottled water. Do I still want him to have the travel charm on? Yeah, I think so. If he goes first and gets refresh on, it'll help the other party recover their PP. No, that'll be good for now. So I may as well go down and also open up the Sphinx. Are you a thief, a warrior, or one who has come to see my majesty? You must decide what you really are, therefore what will you do? This. You must walk in front of it like a star, like the hieroglyph copy tells you to do. Open sesame. Warriors, enter now. Search for the Hawkeye. I'm not gonna open. I'm not gonna open now. I'm gonna go back, because I want to fight... I want to try to fight other monsters if I can, which we will in a minute. Those high-class UFOs shellacked us pretty good. In any case, let's get healed up before we fight some crested bukas. Well, I think part of the problem now, too, is because I didn't do the aforementioned grinding at the your places. These monsters are going to be really tough. So, might not be the worst idea to grind here a bit. I'm not going to, but might not be the worst idea. So we have ourselves some crested bukas. We'll hit the buka with the bazooka. Let's use refresh and just show it off. Does it on everybody, it recovers a little bit of HP and PP. Obviously, because Jeff doesn't have any psychic points, he can't recover. And I suppose it makes sense that these enemies in the desert aren't too chapped by fire damage. The fire just isn't hot enough. Yeah, you waste turns raising your offense. I say waste turns while I get mortally wounded. But fortunately, with refresh, that does help keep people alive. I didn't even really need to heal with Paula there. She would have kept herself alive. We'll keep her alive even more. Okay, at least one of them has been torn asunder. Let's just rush through with attacks, keep him alive, keep Jeff alive. Or not, or Jeff will just die, that's fine. I thought Jeff was gonna go first. And I don't have healing B. That's fine, we're going back. We're gonna go back in a second anyways. There, and his body's solidified as well. I'll just meet you back after I rest and heal up and stuff. Well, first, did we get anything? Defense down Omega, that's alright. Anyway, I'll see you in a sec. Alright, we are back and we are alive. Let's make our way back to the pyramid. Maybe fight another enemy along the way. Something we haven't encountered yet. No enemies, well that's fine too. There's stronger scorpions here, as well, that you can fight. But I'll leave that for you to find. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say fuzzy pickles! That was very gradually louder, photo guy. Even it out a little bit. Even it out a bit. In any event, here's a couple of enemies here. There's a royal stone statue that's actually pretty ferocious. And this lethal asp hieroglyph. Just fairly vulnerable to freeze. I want to say that the Royal Stone statue is fairly vulnerable to paralyze, but I forget. Let's use some PK beam to start out. Then maybe we'll check it with Jeff in a minute, depending on how hard he hits us. He punches really hard. Especially when you war cries first. But despite that, yeah, let's go ahead and check with Jeff. And Pooh can throw another beam. Special beam cannon. There we have it. If we're lucky, he'll become solidified. She didn't. 800 hit points. Yeah, he's pretty vulnerable to paralyze. Something to bear in mind. Yeah, that crushing chop is not to be trifled with. I probably don't even need to heal, so I won't. Roll the dice on this one. There we go. I'll still need to heal, but I think we wound up with more HP than had I not healed. So let's go ahead and we'll heal with Nest, because we're going to need Pooh for refresh. We'll give him a weak little heal. We do have a Bento of Enlightenment as well as multiple waters. We should have enough to get him by. Hey, the exact same enemy group. Another thing to bear in mind here is if you manage to paralyze, you know, all the enemies in any given battle, then that's a perfect time to use Refresh with Pooh. Refresh Omega everyone until their PP's maxed out, and then you can, like, weak... or, like, refresh Alpha Pooh until he's, like, back up. If he has enough PP to gain more PP than he loses, that is a strategy you could employ. So speaking of which, how's the paralysis chance here? On this cursed hieroglyph. Half and half. It's pretty vulnerable to everything. Oh, great. Who's gonna die? Oh, it was only crying status. I'm surprised to see that. But I don't believe that's affected by the bazooka. Or magic. Magic hits regardless. Also, the bazooka is stronger than most of Jeff's weapons would be. That's part of the reason why I didn't bother getting, what was it, the broken beam cannon. The bazooka is just... it does more damage than Ness's attack does. Jeff won't get more offense than that for a while. Viper inside. Probably won't really be using the Vipers. In earlier builds of Mother 2 Deluxe, or at least the ones I was testing, Poison was so overpowered against bosses, but that's not the case any longer. It still works on the odd boss, but not consistently, so I wouldn't worry about it. Also in the Pyramid, if you ever have a chance to run by an enemy, I would highly advise you do that. With maybe the exception to that being the Shattered Men, because the Shattered Men have... it's not... I forget the exact drop rate, but Shattered Men in the Pyramid can drop Mummy Wrap, which I never did actually look at, so let's look at it right now. The Mummy's Bandage, rather. If used as a whip during battle, the enemy will take some damage and stop working for a while. Stop moving for a while. Guaranteed. 100% chance. Gone after one use. So it's actually a really good item. Like, if you're struggling with a boss and you have a Mummy's Bandage, it'll at least give you one turn to breathe, so long as you get, like, the early hit in or whatever. So if you can get another one, like, I wouldn't go out of my way to try to grind for them. But if you see a mummy, I would fight it, in case you get one. But I do want to go all the way up here, because I believe this is where the second dragon powder is. There's one of the mummies right there. I want to say it's like a 1 in... excuse me, like a 1 in 64 drop. Like, it's uncommon, but you can still get them. Who am I gonna heal? We'll heal Pooh. Pardon me. We'll heal Pooh, we'll heal everybody a little bit. We'll also try to paralyze this Royal Stone statue. Excuse me, I may as well go ahead and try to paralyze the whole lot of them. I don't know the Shattered Man's freezing rate, but it's worth trying. What do I want to do right now? What do I want to do? I have half a mind to try to slime generate them. But if they get paralyzed, then like whatever. But Jeff will go for sure. Slime generate. Slime generate. I'm also gonna go ahead and refresh Omega here. We can start drinking some of that water for poo. Like I said, poo makes a great battery. Keeping everyone's PP on the up and up. There we go, Royal Stone Statue will miss a turn if nothing else. Didn't work on the Shattered Man or the Royal Stone Statue, of course not. But he can't move, so let's just go ahead and... Excuse me and my congestion. Let's just do a basic heal on Pooh himself. Because even though he can't move, he can still heal. Bazooka. Then before... Oh, it won't even move anyways. Let's go ahead and make sure we take this fella out. We're gonna check the Shattered Man here. Let's just go ahead and drink a regular bottled water right now. It's not great PP, but it's better than none. Better than no PP. Luck's pretty not the worst. High flash chance. The rest of it's kind of like meh. Royal Stone Statue really good. Let's do flash for kicks. Nah, actually let's not waste all that PP. Jeff can't do much. Let's do another refresh Omega. It'll help keep Jeff on the up and up. There we go. I think if that attack hits someone in the middle, it'll hit someone on, like, either side. So it's something to be mindful of. So the enemies in here definitely sure hit hard. But yeah, the Shattered Man does have a chance of dropping a Mummy Rock. So let's go ahead and heal with Ness. And one of these battles off screen, I'll try to get everyone's PP back up with some refresh Omega hijinks. I won't subject you to all of that. How about we'll use a regular bottled water for Pooh? And get the dragon powder. Delightful. Also have pricey bottled water. Excuse me, which maybe I should use sooner than later. Because now I can't afford a refresh Omega. We do still have the Bento of Enlightenment. Which maybe I could have bought more of. But that's okay. Main thing here is if we take out the boss, it's sort of smooth sailing. That cursed hieroglyph really had it out for Paula. Okay, so Ness, you heal Paula a little bit. We do still have a couple of pizzas, but I'd like to save that for the boss fight if at all possible. Mummy Wrap, come on. Alright, we're gonna have to make a point to refresh Ness in this next battle that'll happen right now. Having none of that battle. Anyways. Onward. Maybe heal a bit more. And heal a bit more. Then get rushed. No rushing. Surprised this place wasn't just teeming with enemies. Could've maybe came in here with more healing. More magic healing. Do I have any sudden guts pills? I don't think I do. Like, I do have that dragon powder, but I'm gonna hoard every last one. We do have one instant. Okay, good. Do I want that? Do I want Ness to have it, though? I definitely don't want Ness to have the pizza. Jeff can have a pizza. What kind of... Well, you have an energy drink. Paula can have the energy drink. What other kind of healing do we have? Not a ton. Not much. Like, we do have the Bento of Enlightenment. I might want to save that for the boss. Oh, we actually have a new enemy here. So I guess let's do this fight. What do I do? I guess we should really take out the Royal Stone statue. He's probably the most problematic. Let's do Thunder. I'm gonna do the Slime Generator, because the spider is very vulnerable to it. And I'm gonna do Refresh Omega. Maybe I'll just use the Bento outside of the battle. I don't think it's worth keeping for the battle. For the boss battle, I mean. Really got some nice coverage there. The more enemies you fight, the more likely their spider can move. Oh, and the Cursed Hieroglyph also can move. But he might cast Thunder anyway, of course he did. Why wouldn't he? Really? Oh, good. This is great. This is great! But maybe this will be enough to keep everyone alive. Damn it, Jeff. Yeah, running away. Because I don't want to deal with that right now. We do have a secret herbal medicine. I'll just use that in a second. Secret herbal medicine and other healing items. There's the boss anyways. Secret herbal medicine. Use that on Jeff. And I have half a mind to use one of those pizzas now. Well, you use your Bento. Use your Bento, Poo. And yeah, at least you're fully outfitted there now. I think I'd rather Ness use... Yeah, you just use 2 life ups. See how this here goes. Alright. Boss time. And we have the statue boss, who has a brand new battle sprite. So what do I want to do? I probably want to do shield. Because this guy also hits very hard. I forget what he's vulnerable to. I don't think I really want to be doing anything attack related at the moment. Because I believe he has a shield right now, so let's use the shield killer. Use the shield killer. I might not need to do speed up, but I'm going to. Just to be safe. I think he has a shield equipped. Yeah. He does. Went on rampage and barely hit. That was remarkable. I'm gonna go ahead and not use anything until we check him, because I'm not really sure on his stats. Check. Okay, so I think we went first, so I don't want to do refresh. I think it might be worth trying to do a brain shock. Because we can get him brain shook. That would be delightful. If we can lower his defense down, then we can just start beating him up normally. Speed's not that great. No, yeah. Kind of vulnerable to hypnosis. I don't know if it's really worth it, though. Oh, and there goes down our offense down again. Ness needs to keep attacking. Paula can defense down his defense down. Because no matter how low our offense gets, he's not going to raise his own defense. And let's use Super Bomb, I think. Would be a good time to use the Super Bomb. And we'll just do a regular heal with Paula. I think Ness's magic should be shield and only shield. Kinda glad I didn't use the sudden guts pill, because he's acting like we used it. Defense down, we'll use a bazooka. And do a regular heal for Paula to keep her alive. I'm not gonna bother curing the numb status, there's not a whole lot of point to doing that. I don't think bazooka is affected by defense down, offense up, any of that business. Good, he wasted a turn. Our offense is going down, but his defense is pretty down as well. But we can always raise our offense back up. I forget if we did defense down twice, I'm inclined to think that we had. And I'm gonna try to do brain shot. Actually, I should probably give Ness at least the basic healing. Because Ness will still be our main damage dealer. Oh no, Jeff can't concentrate, anything but that. I want Paula to stay alive, so I just kinda rush through that. Rather than spend 20 PP. Okay, we beat the statue boss, just like that. That worked out pretty well. Realize the power of PK Spirit R. So now if we die, we can just warp out and it's not really a big deal. Well, I say that, I gotta step on a switch first. We didn't even have to use any of those pizzas, so now might be a good time to use one. So let's do that. And Paula's not really gonna use her physical attributes here anyways. Ooh, and we got the jump on these enemies. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run away from them because it's a 100% chance of doing so. Just make sure we step on this, and also see what's in the sarcophagus. Raindrop pendant. I don't know if we'll ever use it, but we have it. Now we don't have to worry about hoarding our PP quite the same. We can just kind of let the PP fly. Well, we still have a little ways to get out of here, but again, if we get assassinated, it's not the biggest deal. Maybe I could show this fight with the spider and actually win. I don't know, it's an idea. Because we combine the spider with the slime generator, we'll just kind of go all out on this lethal asp hieroglyph. Somehow Geeg's influence peels it off the wall and attacks us. There, spider cannot move around. Paula, you do a basic freeze, and do another slime generator. Which ought to work. Usually works. There we go. There, we beat a spider that time. Beat it up. And I was expecting there to be like a complete swarm of enemies right here. Well, we kicked its asp, alright. And I think it's gonna return the favor. Well, this isn't great. We do have a number of cups of life noodles. Maybe use one? I don't know. Keep Ness alive. Do we really need to revive Pooh, though? How's our healing? We do have another pizza we could use. How many cups of life noodles do we have? 1, 2... 2... Depends what kind of enemies I have to deal with up here. Asp hieroglyph. We stutter step by. No, we can't. We might get lucky and come across a magic butterfly, though. If we do this right, I'm gonna go ahead and use that pizza. If we do this right, I could attack that hieroglyph up there, and then maybe run around and not have to deal with that nonsense. So let's see if we can't pull that off. Okay, let's hustle. Okay. So let's grab the Hawkeye. Something on the platform, you want to get it? No. Wasn't that the whole reason you came here? Yeah, let's grab it. So let's do that. We'll probably have to fight this guy, but yeah, we'll have to fight this guy. Okay, so we had a bizarre trade-off in that fight. I used Prey with Paula, because she's numb and has no PP. And a rainbow light shone into the area, and it revived Pooh. But then the cursed hieroglyph cast Flash B, and then Paula died. So, we have Pooh, and lost Paula. But if we get a magic butterfly in this next room, we could revive Paula. So let's hope we can do that. Come on, magic butterfly. Yeah. So let's heal with Jeff. Grab this butterfly. We're gonna want that item too, because that's a diamond band. And we'll give that to, I don't know, somebody. We should maybe in and out of here a few times and get more magic butterflies. And let's revive Paula. Ness can heal Jeff. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go in and out of this room a few times and grab a few more magic butterflies. We're really gonna need them. And yeah, and Paula should probably equip that. Her defense is pretty high, though. I mean, in all honesty, Ness could use it more. Paula has no HP to speak of, though. No, we'll give it to Paula. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, we grabbed one magic butterfly. That should be fine. Alright, let's hustle. It's basically just one more stretch. And I think it's mostly just these hieroglyphs, and I think we'll be okay. Alright, let's just try to escape. Okay, we'll do a little more healing here, and I think we're in the clear. I want Pooh to have 20 PP in case someone dies. If he's the one that dies, then it's a problem, but I do have life noodles, I just really don't want to use them. Yeah, we're for all intents and purposes out of here. Good lord, this pyramid, it's rough. It's a rough go. But we made it out of the pyramid, and I'm not gonna take another step. We'll pick up from here next time on Let's Play Mother 2 Deluxe. So thank you very much for joining for this edition. Don't forget the lard, and we'll check out some of these new enemies, like that Titanian over there, for instance. We'll check him out. So have a good one.